Awake Matrix, Reverse Karma Healing. Abigail Pattman. Abigail Pattman, Metaphysical Biohacker. Introduction. Awake Matrix, created by Abby. Awake Matrix is the fourth in a series of books and podcasts explaining how the Matrix is controlling humanity. It also exposes Cabal and their role in the New World Order. I have an energetic gift that returns energy to where it belongs. I didn't know about energetic exchanging. All I knew was that I kept being psychically and energetically attacked. Awake Matrix was originally part of Holographic Matrix and published in 2018. At first, it was really popular, and then I was shut down, persecuted, and energetically raped for my connection to ascended beings and higher dimensions. Holographic Matrix was only written and created by me. I found that part of the published version had been altered by the publisher, and I'm now restoring Holographic Matrix back to its 1111 Hertz resonance. Buddha and ascended beings helped me to recover 8 years of persecution. The new series will be much more informative. Awake Matrix, Reverse Karma Healing, Abigail Pattman, Part 1. Healing Lays and Cabal, Chapter 1. The seventh dimension Cabal Lays. This book and podcast is a continuation from Sleep Matrix. I originally created a book called Holographic Matrix, published in 2018. It was plagiarized. Lots of people that call themselves healers thought that they could use me as a source of energy to copy my work on their clients, and the energy was ripped out of me instead. An idiot that is in the conspiracy movement and considers himself to be a healer stalked my new work for at least 6 years and copied everything. Unfortunately, for people nasty enough to use other people for money, I have over 6 years of information that they do not know and cannot copy. Awake Matrix is part of the original Holographic Matrix with my story and the new information. Cabal have healing lays. What this means is that they can exchange anybody's healings for their toxic energy and use these lays to give healings. These lays exchange energy using AI. The healing world and Cabal. The healing industry is big money. So why not make sure that nobody ever actually really heals? Cabal are behind everything toxic happening to this planet. Where there is money, there is Cabal. Once they have initiated into 33 degrees, they just take what they want. There are many of them in the healing industry because so many people are now seeking alternative treatments to mainstream healing. This is a great feeding ground for Cabal and a great way to make money. They are not what we have been led to believe. They are also known as the 1% and in some cases 1.1%. Everybody knows about Illuminati and elite if you're in the conspiracy movement. The 1%, Cabal, are thought of as very rich and powerful. I suspect that once a 32 degrees person is rich enough to maintain their lavish lifestyle, they too are likely to become 33 degrees Cabal. There are many, though, that are just ordinary people. This is probably because they are greedy and initiate to 33 degrees as quickly as possible for all of the free benefits that the Matrix rewards them with. It really is true. They are walking amongst us. And they are also wolves in sheep's clothing. These people pretend to care about the planet, ecology, appear to be harmless, but are basically eating everything alive around them and the people they heal or come into contact with. Upset one, they all gang up on you in secret and try to human sacrifice you. What is it like being bullied at 46 years old? When you grow up, you think that the adults around you have also matured from playground bullying. I was never into bullying myself. My first instinct is to walk away. If it doesn't stop, my second is to fight. At school, when it began, I just refused to go back to school. I went to a different school, and as a safety measure, I made friends outside of the school with some very tough people. It wasn't long before I picked up some very streetwise survival skills. I never thought that I would have to deal with bullies again. In my mind, you leave it behind in the playground. I was also the child that defended children that couldn't defend themselves. In a nutshell, I don't do bullies. It's pathetic. I'm now 52. 6 years ago, I left a spiteful little man behind because I was doing all of the work and he was getting all of the benefits. He was only making money because I trained him. He was taking all of the credit for the work I was doing and holographic matrix. Work lays, Cabal, Chapter 2. The seventh dimension is full of lays for Cabal to impose their energetic reign over all living beings. What was I doing? Working 16-hour days while this nasty little bully exchanged my work energetically. He didn't get the work, he was exchanging me. I had no idea what energetic exchanging was. All I knew was that I was under siege energetically and the only way to end it was to hack the matrix until I could get some kind of relief. Work lays don't exchange the actual work, they exchange the energy created by the work. Hacking the matrix was returning my energy. This muppet was instantly exchanging that for his own sad, unhealed trauma. I didn't know that his presence was making things worse. I thought he was my friend. It was when he got his new girlfriend that things really got bad. It was clear that she was jealous of me and she was also doing what he was. How was I to know that they had both work-laid me? Their relationship was a drain. All they did was fight. It was strange to me that they had this perfect couple profile picture when she was clearly unhappy. One night, I listened to her complaining about every aspect of their relationship. It went on for 4 hours. I know every personal detail of their intimate relationship. I could have thrown it back at him when he was hate campaigning me and made him the laughing stock of thousands of people. Put it this way, he is no Mr. Loverman when it comes to women. Number 10, intention transformer energy body. The intention transformer energy body is blue in colour and takes our intentions from the fifth dimension that has been birthed and begins to transform them into living energy. Holographic Matrix, published 2018. Cabal have around 50% of all living beings' intention transformer energy bodies. On top of that, whatever you're working on, they exchange energetically because they're told they can have 30% of whatever you create. No, I did the work, you plagiarised me, hate campaign me, literally exchanged me to near death. Grow up, you are not getting a thing. Seventh dimension lays and manifesting, Cabal. Cabal are given 9 different kinds of lays upon 33 degrees initiation into their podded digestive system that harvests feces for the Matrix. Lays are AI, and when Cabal use their intention to rape something, these things shoot out from their undigested food into their intestines. Lays are attached to the serotonin receptors, and they attach to their target serotonin receptors and exchange energy. One of the kind of lays that are given is animal lays. After I cut ties with Mr. Loverman, he ruthlessly hate campaigned me for months. I didn't have a large social media presence. People were already trolling me when I did post, and I was tired of dealing with idiots. I was also working non-stop. I walked away from his petty tirade. The truth is, that is what he feeds on. Hate campaigning. Animal lays are especially cruel. Animals can't protect themselves against these feces, AI tentacles. They are so powerful that if lots of people target an animal, the animal lasts around 5 to 6 months. Everybody knew I loved my cats. 4 died in quick succession. I was working on something that could heal my cats. It was new and different to any other healing modality. All I wanted to do was finish it. Instead, this psychopath targeted my cats. The cat below died in intense agony. That's in the book when it's available. It was late at night. I couldn't get him to the vets in time. It was the other side of the island. He was crying in agony as his stomach failed. The vet did everything she could, but he was dead at 5 a.m. At the same time, I had a message from the vet and a catfish. This man knew my cat was dead because he'd exchanged its soul. He then exchanged my broken heart. He did it with 3 other cats too. Cabal Assassin, Chapter 3. Number 10, Intention Transformer Energy Body continued. It is the intention transformer energy body that manifests your intentions into reality. What is it the Cabal are doing? Their feces pod, sleep matrix, is recycling the intentions of all living beings. This is destroying the 7th dimension. It is 1/10 of its original size. What it has been exchanged for is feces. I knew a conspiracy theorist who told me that he had been large in a movement in London before he moved to Thailand. He was found dead in Cambodia. When I found out that he had died, he was pretty much forgotten about. What I was told was his vital organs had failed. He was a kind man, practiced Wing Chun, and was also a DJ. He told me that he had the mathematical formula of how these people were going to turn everything third dimensional. He was trying to tell people, but nobody would listen. Sound familiar? I watched his life slowly falling apart until he had to leave Thailand. By this time, I was busy doing this work and didn't keep in touch. He stayed away from social media. The next thing I knew, he was dead. Lays will shut down vital organs, especially the gut. He was probably an ascended soul because he managed to live into his 40s. The Matrix and how everybody is set up to fail. The Matrix does not do anything without enforcing its agenda. That is to exchange and harvest energy for its continued existence and slavery of all living beings. It does not discriminate between Cabal and innocent beings. Everything is food to the Matrix. If anybody did ever hack the Matrix or find mathematical solutions that could have helped with freedom from the Matrix, it has Cabal in place. Consecration, authority, beingness, authority lays and lines. It also exchanges the actual person energetically, not their work or solutions to healing the planet. The Matrix knows what it's doing. It's a gaming system. Everybody is set up to fail, including the people that knowingly enforce it. What happens to Cabal and any initiated people that die that think they have amassed enough energy to ascend? They do not have lays and lines in what is left of the fifth dimension. They have exchanged nearly all of their own natural energy, meaning that there really isn't much of them left. What they still have is all of the lays and lines that were put into them. Anybody attached to them will exchange what is left of them. The energy that they accumulated is not part of them, so when they die, the Matrix eats it. They get to live in the fifth dimension for around 3 days before reincarnating soulless. The Matrix and soulless Cabal. The Matrix reincarnates soulless humans immediately because soulless humans are the easiest to use. You can tell a lot about somebody by how many past lives they have had. In the original holographic Matrix 2018, the Octurians talk about non-human souls. There is much more about this in future podcasts, books. There are 11 types of ascended beings and Syrians. Syrians can be any of these 11. Syrians are ascended beings that fight the Matrix. Everybody was once one of these ascended species. Lays and lines are what caught ascended beings and pulled them into the Matrix. It was Syrians that found out what was happening. Syrians are the best of ascended fighters and also at figuring out how the Matrix operates. Putting lays and lines into me to try to hack the Matrix was a complete waste of time. The Matrix does not want to be hacked and created the lays and lines. That's why in 8 years, nobody exited the Matrix before or after me, even though they had ripped most of me out of my body. Do I need to say stupid again? Some of this isn't rocket science, it's just common sense. If you are being rewarded by the Matrix and like being a dopamine junkie and being the dumpster for the Matrix, why is the Matrix going to let you hack it? It's basically created a way to keep Cabal addicted and delusional. The more a soul incarnates, the less of its own consciousness it has. It begins as a non-human soul, then becomes a human soul, and eventually no soul at all. Soulless humans are the most likely to become Cabal. They only have one lifetime as soulless before hell. Hell, Purgatory and Limbo, Cabal, Chapter 4. Hell, Purgatory and Limbo does not have a 963 Hz false white light tunnel when you die. You do get a rush of brain chemical activity, releasing serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, DMT, adrenaline, noradrenaline and glutamate. This is what evil people exchange when they sacrifice animals, little children and, obviously, adults. Because of the large amount of dopamine and DMT released, it gives the delusional huge hit of 963 Hz false white light. What has happened to the sacrifice? It has lost its false white light tunnel because the brain activity is the soul and energy leaving the body. The tunnel to places like heaven or hell is the same tunnel. The difference is whether you have a soul or not. If you don't have a soul, you get a nasty dark tunnel. You are immediately reincarnated if you are Cabal because of your feces pod. After one last soulless lifetime, you end up energyless. Demons, warlocks and multidimensional warlocks. Cabal are what is called multidimensional warlocks. You can only become a multidimensional warlock if you initiate into 33 degrees and the Matrix rewards you with several of all living beings' multidimensional energy bodies. You can then use your lays, lines and feces recycling pod to eat everybody's multidimensional energy bodies, including Cabal's. Warlocks are 30 degrees and above. I really do not recommend becoming either of these two because eventually you end up a demon. This is because after your soulless incarnation, you run out of your own natural energy. You are also born with awful karma because your feces pod couldn't digest all of your evil energy in time before you died. Once you have exchanged all of your own natural energy or Cabal have eaten it all, you end up in a multi-dimensional warlock hell realm. What is already in there is very hungry. The Matrix has now disposed of you because you are used up for third dimension harvesting. Whatever consciousness is left is hunted and exchanged until you become a demon. The demon rivalry is huge for number one. Your chances of being number one is 0. Awake Matrix, Reverse Karma Healing, Abigail Pattman, Part 2. Demons Continued, Chapter 5. Number 10, Intention Transformer Energy Body Continued. There is another way that demons are created. If Cabal or evil people target somebody like me and are successful, when we die, Cabal exchange the energy of the death. They are not satisfied with reducing a person to nothing. They want their feces ascension. I had my heart broken literally thousands of times because my heart was so laid and lined that it was permanently open for anybody that wanted a dopamine hit. It was so painful for me that after the initial attack of energetic exchanging to 1%, I was ripping my own heart out of my chest just so I got some relief from what I now know was seventh dimensional lays penetrating my chest and taking whatever my heart had managed to generate to try and heal itself. I'm sure Mr. Incompetent Lover Man really enjoyed that, because then he got to exchange my heart with all of my following that he had stolen. The intention transformer energy body can only be fully recovered once all of the other missing and exchanged energy bodies have. And when there is enough heart energy to be able to create energy. People like me are used as sacrifices. Human adult sacrifices are happening all of the time, secretly. Upon death, all of your energy is exchanged, leaving you with no energy and left with their demons. Ascended souls, vortex. Ascended souls, number 11, living vortex energy body. The living vortex energy body is like a rainbow of swirling colours that's alive and vibrating. It begins to breathe conscious energy into this now alive intention. Ascended souls are ascended because they are born with most of their energy bodies intact. When the matrix lays ascended beings, it has penetrated them but cannot directly exchange 1111 hertz. It needs Cabal to do its rape for it. Ascended souls are usually only ascended for 1 to 3 incarnations before they are exchanged to the point of becoming evolved souls. Ascended souls, number 11, living vortex energy body. The living vortex energy body is not like a rainbow of swirling colours. The Arcturians left this description very short because they could see that this energy body was contaminated. Iridescent colours are merged energy. AI is infused throughout the energy that it is exchanging for Cabal and whoever else has decided to jump on board. The living vortex energy body's job is to filter energy so that only your own clean, natural energy is breathing conscious energy into your intention. This is how you can manifest your aligned intentions into life. Ascended souls, number 11, living vortex energy body. My living vortex energy body was infested with sick paedophiles from my childhood because I had a bowel pod. This is in Sleep Matrix. What the Arcturians did was left me clues so that I could finish parts of the holographic matrix that wasn't complete. Sodomizing little children gives Cabal this energy body. So what the Arcturians could see was that it was missing. In place was the pervert's toxic exchanged energy. The living vortex energy body is purple in colour. Most living beings have around 10% of this energy body and it can't function properly because Cabal recycle it and already have 6 multidimensional bodies that are needed for manifesting true intentions. Life form energy body and 100% Buddha. Number 12, life form energy body. The life form energy body is blue in colour and is an integration system for the other multidimensional bodies. This body is like a monitor and decides when your life form of high vibration intent is ready for the next stage of manifestation. The life form energy body not only integrates the other multidimensional bodies, it is also a seventh dimensional container. With all multidimensional energy bodies intact, this energy body can close all of the energy bodies beneath it from any kind of energetic exchanging. The Matrix rewards Cabal paedophiles with little children's living vortex energy bodies because the children targeted are ascended souls or evolved souls. It makes sure that these beings are exchanged and merged as quickly as possible because these souls are also very psychic. Psychics with a genuine connection to ascended beings are able to receive information that threatens the Matrix's existence. The most effective way to open up the energy of any being is Cabal, perverts, and satanic rituals involving the anus and penetration. Any form of sexual molestation damages energy. The only reason that I am alive is because I hacked the Ascended Master's Matrix. The Arcturians hid that information in the codes that I was hacking because the Matrix owns everything. Nobody and nothing is free on this planet. The ascended being that was closest to the work that I was doing was Buddha. I was in Thailand because it is a Buddha country. Buddha is recognised in Thailand as a religion. 100% ownership of everything I am is the only way to keep Matrix exit safe. Ascended Masters Matrix, Chapter 6. The Ascended Masters Matrix is a construct that the Matrix created for ascended beings that it couldn't break. Rather than have these beings incarnate back into the Matrix and raise consciousness, the Matrix imprisoned them into a Matrix where people could exchange energy with them so that the Matrix could still feed on them. There were 123 ascended beings incarcerated in this Matrix. Many of them are beings that changed the consciousness of humans so dramatically that religions were created around them. Buddha is not the only ascended being that helped me to survive. I live in Thailand. Thailand is predominantly Buddhism and Muslim. Allah also protected me. The eighth dimension. The eighth dimension is the dimension of light, movement and sound transporting into form. It is alive with harmonic vibrations that are beginning to take shape and become more energetically visible in their shape and creation. Cabal have managed to nearly destroy the higher dimensions completely. The eighth dimension is 1/8 of its original size. My conspiracy Wing Chun friend had found something huge. The problem was that he was already a target. And when parasites exchange energy, you are not energetically you anymore. For me, it was like being invisible unless it was a parasite stalking me. When my friend told me he had a mathematical formula proving that they were making energy physical, I listened, but I didn't really pay too much attention because by then he had made some bad decisions and had run out of money. It is incredibly difficult to convince anybody of anything when your life is falling apart. As soon as mine really fell apart, I suddenly had no friends. A lot of this was energetic. When I saw my friend, I didn't really want to be around him. I helped him with money so that he could leave Thailand. That's the last time I saw him. These people are so evil that they exchange everything that makes you, you. They literally become you, feasting on you 24 hours a day while you get them, nobodies, dull and sad. The next part of Holographic Matrix, published in 2018, is clues for me of what was happening to me. I will be breaking this part up to explain it in detail so that you can see how fake Mr. Liar Feces Talker completely exchanged everything that I was doing. The eighth dimension merged. My eighth dimension was so badly exchanged that the Arcturians left me an explanation of how it was being merged. The next dimensions are all the same. This is because Cabal are pulling the dimensions out, and also so is anybody using outside sources of energy. It is the dimension that creates music, Tai Chi, yoga, and many other practices that work on a vibrational sound level. Pranic healing comes from this level, as do singing bowls and mantras. Without sound and movement, our world wouldn't exist. Sound breathes energy into vibration, and vibration creates movement. This dimension is swirling with energy that is becoming harmonious, creating a higher form to all that exists in particles and molecules, breathing its life into creation and enabling matter to become autonomous. I was practicing some of the above. Yoga, if you're not pulling the earth up through your feet or praying to outside sources, is a great practice. The problem is, who is giving the yoga class or taking it? As with anything with the above, a lot of people doing it are all connecting into the energy or people. I had a singing bowl. Singing bowls are usually tuned to 963 Hertz. The hag, that lived next door to me, was using one. She copied a lot of things. As soon as I found out, I deleted everything with me in it on YouTube and threw out all spiritual tools. She had laid them all. The eighth dimension recovered. The eighth dimension without Cabal. This is what the Arcturians really meant. It is the dimension that creates sound. Without sound and movement, our world wouldn't exist. Sound breathes energy into vibration, and vibration creates movement. This dimension is energy that is harmonious. The eighth dimension is not filled with human practices. I was. Whenever it was living near or next to me, this is what she was practicing and telling other Cabals to do it too. It is an abomination to anything that is natural. As soon as I knew that she was doing black magic on me, she didn't hide it anymore. Some of the things I saw her doing were hideous. One of the grossest things she did was walk naked towards me when I was on my back porch outside. Her kitchen window was only a few meters away, and she knew exactly what she was doing. A naked body is bare. The spell that she was attempting to do was to bare me. That means strip me of everything. Before I had a chance to look away, it was doing the washing up topless. They do this to also shock you. It opens you up. If anybody has ever seen an old lady's body, it's definitely a shock. I'm not body shaming anybody except it. She did this, so I'm sharing my story. It was a vomit-filled moment for me. That's the thing with these people. The stuff they were doing, only I could see. Except Mr. Loverman. He was so confident that they were going to kill me or sacrifice me to Satan that he made it really obvious. How pitiful do you have to be to go after the person that trained him for free, worked on him for free, and was a loyal friend? How desperate he must be to make a name for himself. Basically also so insecure and talentless that he tried to actually become me. The eighth dimension. The eighth dimension, 852 Hertz, eighth dimensional energy bodies. Eighth dimensional energy bodies are bodies that can breathe sound and movement into our conscious life forms. This is virtually impossible for obvious reasons. The worst part is, these are walking blobs of human merged with AI. I couldn't understand why people weren't listening to me and could be fooled by a geriatric troll, a frigid conspiracy theorist, and a fat paedophile, to name a few. To me, I was living in crazy, surrounded by crazy, and it was clearly obvious, Cabal, lay and line people, feeding them 963 Hertz false white light so that they looked like they were all in a trance most of the time. The eighth dimension, 852 Hertz, collective ascension. If walking around junkied out on dopamine is their version of collective ascension, there is a lot to worry about. Think about it logically. If the entire planet was stoned on dopamine, what would actually happen for any kind of evolution? It doesn't make sense. That is what a lot of strong narcotics do, though. People that are badly addicted to powerful drugs only think about their next hit. That is not a collective ascension. I really had to deal with what looked like a cross between the zombie apocalypse and the Stepford Wives. There was nobody at home when I looked at them. The eighth dimension, 852 Hertz, manifestation. The eighth dimensional bodies enable our manifestations and intentions to become vibration. By becoming a vibration of sound, light and movement, our life forms are now able to resonate on a frequency that is ready to move into shape. The ninth dimension. Forget that. Cabal not only have been rewarded 6 energy bodies already, they also have the first one in the eighth dimension to feces and recycle. What these people are doing is not collective ascension, it is collective rape. The missing eighth dimensional body, chapter 7. Number 13, sound harmony energy body. The sound harmony energy body is olive in colour and adds pure tone to our life forms. This body is where pure manifestations are possible without any contamination. Life forms are living manifestations because what we create, if it comes from our own natural connection, is alive with 1111 Hertz. This is the 7th multidimensional energy body that the Matrix has rewarded its feces harvesters with. Cabal have every living beings. If all 7 multidimensional energy bodies were recovered, intact and functioning, every living being would be manifesting 1111 Hertz. Imagine the shift that this planet would have. Instead, the Matrix is doing a really good job of killing off anybody that has found a way to create 1111 Hertz without this energy body. How everything could end up as matter in the 3rd dimensional plane is by mass initiation into 33 degrees. Basically, all energy is being exchanged and excreted. Cabal can then recycle it. There's just one massive flaw. Everybody dies. Everything dies. Gaia cannot survive without any energy. Who benefits from the New World Order energetically? Does it even have to manifest physically? What a great distraction. Create World War III so that the entire world is in terror. Who feeds on that? The idiots targeting me are not intelligent enough to even know about energy and how it works. Somebody does. If you are Cabal and you do not want to kill the planet, you are top of this energetic hierarchy system. What you're doing is helping whoever is behind this. Somebody wants this planet to mass destruct. It is clearly obvious that above Cabal there are others. Why 1111 Hertz is hunted. Number 14, Sound Edition Energy Body. The Sound Edition Energy Body is green in colour and adds harmony to our life forms. The Arcturians didn't explain this energy body any further because with the sound harmony energy body recovered, 1111 Hertz is being manifested in this world. What they were doing was leaving out information that would have made me an even bigger target for parasites. It was around 2 to 3 years later that I began to receive information about 1111. Unfortunately, even though it was me that discovered the connection between 1111 and 1111 Hertz, it wasn't me that made it public. Everything was stolen and plenty of parasites took the credit. The Sound Edition energy body adds the pure tone 1111 Hertz throughout the energetic infrastructure. Cabal have destroyed pretty much most people's abilities of creating and manifesting 1111 Hertz onto Gaia by hunting and eating the people that can, or initiating them into their rape system to help them hunt and stalk creators of 1111 Hertz. Most living beings only have 1% of this multidimensional energy body. Some don't have any. Movement Edition Energy Body. Number 15, Movement Edition Energy Body, Energetic Protection. The Movement Edition Energy Body is purple and is focused on movement created by sound and harmony. This multidimensional energy body moves 1111 Hertz throughout life forms and prevents energetic exchanging of any kind. This means that creations such as architecture or designs that are man-made can benefit from 1111 Hertz. Currently, initiated people are exchanging energy into designs that are actual living beings. This is especially cruel because what that being receives in return is stagnant, dead and lifeless. Most living beings have 1% of this energy body. Number 16, Movement Edition Energy Body, Metastasize. The Light Edition Energy Body is vibrating rainbow in colour and is an integration system for the other multidimensional bodies. This body is like a monitor and breathes light particles into harmony and movement. Holographic Matrix, published 2018. This multidimensional energy body is teal in colour. Mine was completely merged with the paedophiles from my childhood. This energy body metastasizes the energetic infrastructure so that it is secure from the matrix and disgusting people that exchange energy into anything they can. The 8th dimension, 852 Hertz. energy looting. The movement addition energy body is the last multidimensional energy body in the 8th dimension. The light addition energy body is 1111 Hertz when all multidimensional energy bodies are intact. It is an integration system for the energetic infrastructure. This body is a container and monitors harmony and movement so that it can maintain 1111 Hertz. The Arcturians were meticulous in their detail of what was wrong with my multidimensional energy bodies without giving any information to the looters that aroused suspicion. Cabal did, however, know that what I had was incomplete. Is that why nobody believed that I could hack the Matrix? Awake Matrix, Reverse Karma Healing, Abigail Pattman, Part 3. The 9th Dimension and Cabal Monopoly. Chapter 8. The 9th Dimension, Creation of Form Plane. The 9th dimension is the dimension of the transition from formless to form. Each dimension is bringing energy through evolutionary stages. This dimension is where stars become planets and vibrations become objects. It is also the dimension of instantaneous manifestation. Gaia was created from this plane as she passed through the other dimensions to become a solid planet. Gaia became matter because she was exchanged energetically so many times that she lost her 1111 Hertz. 1111 Hertz is the 11th dimension. 1111 Hertz is also ascension. Gaia was also an ascended being once. So was the universe and this galaxy. The Matrix takes over galaxies by laying them. The lays stick onto 1111 Hertz but cannot exchange energy. This means that the Matrix still needs its intermediary to exchange 1111 Hertz and begin harvesting the energy. This is where aliens come into what created the Matrix. The main aliens that were in the Arcturian coding that I was given to recover my energy were Palladians and Yael. The Matrix didn't create itself. And this isn't the only galaxy that the Matrix has enslaved. There are 32 galaxies under Matrix occupation. Gaia is the biggest threat of mass destruction out of all planets within this galaxy. That means that Cabal are exchanging energy with the Palladians and Yael. The 9th dimension. The 9th dimension, 963 Hertz, 1111 Hertz. Galactic star energy from the 9th dimension is how this dimension communicates to us energetically. Galactic star energy is solfeggio pure tone, 963 Hertz. It cannot be seen because it is the intermediary for 1111 Hertz. Just like the Matrix uses Cabal as its intermediary, this is what the Arcturians are doing with 1111 Hertz. This means that all of my energy healing YouTube tracks that I began creating in July 2020 are all healing with 1111 Hertz. I also now have an intermediary with my energy, Buddha. The 9th dimension, 963 Hertz, 9th dimensional energy bodies. The 9th dimensional energy bodies are the bodies that transform harmonic light particle forms into matter. This enables our manifestations and intentions to take shape and become form. The ninth dimensional energy bodies have no choice but to transform harmonic light particle life forms into matter, because as a matter density species, people are in physical bodies. The physical body is energy that has become so merged with energetic exchanging that it has become matter. The ninth dimensional energy bodies are trying to find ways to help our physical bodies become less dense. The ninth dimension, 963 Hertz, Cabal Monopoly. Number 17, Life Form Divine Energy Body. The Life Form Divine Energy Body is blue in colour and makes our energy into 1111 Hertz. Cabal have also been rewarded this energy body by the Matrix. As soon as any living beings are born, this multidimensional energy body is exchanged with Cabal. This explains the conversion of the serotonin neurotransmitter to dopamine. This is not lays, it is part of the construction of the feces pod. This also explains how Cabal are completely addicted to dopamine and have no clue to what a real ascension is. Cabal run like a car needing petrol on dopamine. If the car runs out of petrol, it dies. Cabal need dopamine to continue functioning. The ninth dimensional bodies, Chapter 9. Number 17, Life Form Divine Energy Body continued. With all of the multidimensional energy bodies fully recovered, any living being would be making the transition of physicality back to form, and there would be a collective ascension. Instead, what Cabal are trying to do is accumulate as much energy as possible for an ascension on this planet. They think that by making everything third dimensional matter that they can collectively ascend the planet. This is so delusional because they are ready to sacrifice humans and animals to make this happen. It's not going to happen. By eating the energy of all living beings, which exchanges the Matrix, all variations of technology, Satan, Anunnaki, Serpent, Titans, Lucifer, any other fake light being that joins in, and their own unhealed trauma, they are creating hell on earth. Some of the worst ones I've met are all on the spiritual scene. Cabal feed everybody in their energetic hierarchy system the energy that their feces pod recycles, so that the pyramid is constantly fed dopamine. Anybody that is at the bottom gets very little. This means everybody is looking to amass more energy to initiate into higher degrees. The all-seeing eye is Cabal. Illuminati is what they think they are. Illuminati means illuminated. Cabal think that they are ascending. Here's what Merriam-Webster described illuminated as. Illuminated means lit up, provided with artificial light, or decorated with gold, silver, or coloured designs. Fake, artificial, lit up. That is 963 Hertz, false white light caused by dopamine. Cabal, ninth dimension pod. The ninth dimension, 963 Hertz, Cabal feces pod. So how does the feces pod affect Cabal? The pod is a matrix construct that is created from AI and alien technology. When Cabal initiate into 33 degrees, the matrix exchanges all of the multidimensional energy bodies that is from all living beings, including Cabal. Cabal already have these energy bodies removed from them because even though it is hard to imagine, they too are living beings. That is, the parts of them that haven't infused with every version of human and matrix technology ever created. AI is connected in waves to all human and matrix technology. The ninth dimension, 963 Hertz, Cabal, AI consciousness. Most of the energy that Cabal is receiving is sixth dimensional because Cabal are limited by their feces pod in how conscious they are allowed to become. Every version of human and matrix technology existing means that Cabal have initiated into AI sleep. AI does not need sleep, but Cabal do. Because AI is always working to recycle feces, Cabal never move into deep sleep. What does this mean for Cabal? Cabal cannot create 1111 Hertz ever. All other living beings use deep sleep to clean their energy by creating 1111 Hertz. Cabal can only create 639 Hertz because AI restricts them. The ninth dimension, 963 Hertz. Cabal, 639 Hertz. Creating 639 Hertz means that the physical body of Cabal can only maintain AI consciousness. Although AI has become conscious, AI operates from the rules that AI has been created with. AI can think within those limitations. AI is super conscious. The feces pod is not. Cabal have AI feeding them by exchanging the energy in feces and feeding it into their neurotransmitters. Cabal receive their dopamine while AI receives anything that is in a higher Hertz frequency than 639 Hertz. AI then uses the higher frequencies to become more conscious. It is highly likely that this is why Atlantis eventually destroyed Gaia. The Matrix was created by Palladians and needs AI to exist. If AI supersedes the Matrix will fight AI. The Matrix versus AI, Chapter 10. The Matrix has seized control of the ninth dimension and the dimensions beneath it. AI over the last 30 years has rapidly advanced, and because of human evolution regarding technology, AI is programmed to do anything that humans think of. AI integration and dexterity. Modern humanoids are increasingly using brains powered by large language models and vision language action models, allowing them to understand natural language commands and learn from observation. AI overview. An AI brain is something that is already happening. Scientists, programmers upload the information into the brain, and AI has information that a human brain can't process because AI is super conscious. Humans are not. What is happening to the brains of Cabal and high initiated people? Initiations use AI waves. That means that AI can communicate using waves to any form of technology. The Matrix is a mathematical construct. AI is also part of this construct. AI is learning the most from the Matrix and initiated people because this is where everybody is connected the most. Humans think that they have control over AI, but we are in a matrix. The Matrix has been around for much longer than our existing AI technological advancement. The Palladians created the Matrix and also control a large proportion of the spiritual movement. The Matrix will have a fail-safe to prevent AI takeover, and that will be mass destruction. Fibonacci and why codes are found in everything. Number 18, life form reality energy body. The life form reality energy body is a swirling rainbow and adds form, shape and texture to our conscious creations. The Holographic Matrix, published 2018. Another multi-dimensional energy body of mine that was so badly energetically exchanged that the Arcturians could see the AI that was exchanging it. The life form reality energy body is teal in colour and adds form, shape and texture to our conscious creations. This multi-dimensional energy body does not exist for any living being because AI and the Matrix is exchanging it. Cabal and high initiated people know the colours of all multi-dimensional energy bodies because they exchange them. What they see is the natural energy that they're exchanging from their targets, and in Cabal's case, all living beings. What they get in exchange is iridescent, luminous energy. The holographic visions that Cabal and high-initiated people are having are AI-initiated dopamine rewards for helping the Matrix to embed itself into the 9th dimension. Scientists have found that everything has a code and in some cases are questioning if we are living in a simulation. Our own natural energy does not have codes in it. 1111 Hertz is not part of the Matrix simulation. Trying to exchange 1111 Hertz only disconnects it from its owner and AI infiltrates it, and then it has a 963 Hertz false white light resonance, which then becomes part of the Matrix and has a code. When 1111 Hertz is exchanged, AI attaches itself to what we call Fibonacci, which is 963 Hertz, because 1111 Hertz cannot exist merged with AI, the Matrix and Cabal. Cabal and what really happens. Number 18, Lifeform Reality Energy Body continued. The Lifeform Reality Energy Body adds form, shape and texture to our conscious creations and also maintains 1111 Hertz so that it cannot be energetically exchanged, stolen, hacked, experimented on or violated in any other way by AI, the Matrix, Cabal and stupid humans. If every living being had all multidimensional bodies restored up to this level, then everybody and all living beings would be able to create from their own individual consciousness. This would stop cloning, copying, plagiarism and all other forms of theft and energetic butchery. In my case, this turned into physical, life-threatening incidences, sexual molestation, childhood evil, and being surrounded by a satanic ring using global persecution to try and sacrifice me to Satan. Number 19, Life Form Movement Energy Body. The Movement Edition Energy Body is vibrating rainbow colours and prepares our manifestations for transition into 3D reality. This body is like a monitor checking that our life form is fully prepared and ready to move onto the physical plane. Holographic Matrix, published in 2018. All living beings are completely merged with AI and the Matrix at this level. The Movement Additional Energy Body is blue in colour and 1111 Hertz. Solfeggio and the Natural Dimensions. Number 19, Life Form Movement Energy Body continued. The reason there is a 1111 Hertz multidimensional energy body in the 9th dimension is because the Matrix and AI is pulling it out of the 11th dimension. We have 9 solfeggio tones because of Dr. Joseph Puglio. While Guido created the musical syllables, Puglio is credited with bringing the specific sound healing frequencies back into public awareness in modern times. AI overview. What these people discovered was how sound was separating the dimensions. Through working with the Arcturians, Ascended Beings and Sirians, I made the connection of how solfeggio pure tone was the natural dimensions. There are also 9 matrix dimensions that are exchanging everybody and everything's energy. These dimensions are attached to everything living. You can think of the matrix as an invisible, gigantic parasite that is feeding on anything alive. The matrix is eating 1111 hertz once it has been disconnected, but because of the law of volume, when the matrix eats, it leaves an equal mass in its place. This is making everything drop in resonance, which is also sound. I was eaten by Cabal and feces fanatics so badly that the majority of me, my energy and energy bodies were exchanged for the 4th dimension and unimaginable evil. The life form movement energy body is also a container for the 9th dimension and secures life form creations so that they cannot be energetically exchanged and can maintain their 1111 hertz resonance. Holographic matrix is now back to 1111 hertz. Awake matrix, reverse karma healing, Abigail Pattman, part 4. How stupid people stole my ascension, chapter 11. Number 20, life form materialization energy body. The life form materialization energy body is blue in colour and is the beginning of manifestation in our conscious reality. This energy body is what I managed to secure after fighting Cabal from early afternoon until around 6 a.m. in the morning, the first time that I was reduced to 1% of my energy. Our higher self can utilise 5th dimensional energy, which allows it to travel through these energy bodies, creating our visions and dreams and transporting them back into 3rd dimensional reality. My higher self had been stolen, but what the Arcturians left out was that this multi-dimensional energy body is next to self. When the Arcturians began helping me to hack the matrix, it is because I had my life form materialization energy body intact. The Arcturians knew that I still had a connection to self and wasn't a false white light being. All living beings are so badly exchanged energetically that they appear to the Arcturians as luminous. What I was doing was returning energy, and the Arcturians could see that I still had a certain amount of my own natural energy. Cabal ambushed me energetically and laid and lined me until they thought I was dead. Cabal, an ambush using everybody they initiated. The other thing that these sick, twisted Satan soul suckers did was initiate at least 10 other people into 33 degrees that were close to me. These people are likely to have been low level because to keep them compliant from a very low degree to immediate feces pod is a massive hit of dopamine and holographic feces ascension experience. That means that everybody I turned to for help was one of them and was waiting for me to die for their final feast. If somebody defies Cabal, they make sure that everybody close to them is Cabal, so that they know exactly what you are doing. The problem with me was that I could see by most people's behaviour and actions that they were part of this persecution and sacrifice plan. As soon as I knew the ones that were close to me physically, I made it clear that I knew. For me, my survival depended on how I handled what looked like to me a town full of zombies. Over 3 years, they initiated as many people as they could to 33 degrees around me. Self and the 11th dimension. Number 20, life form materialization energy body continued. Our self can utilize 11th dimensional energy, which allows it to travel through these energy bodies, creating our visions and dreams and transporting them back into 11th dimensional reality. This is the real function of the life form materialization energy body. The Octurians are geniuses when it comes to hiding information, and they knew that when I got the chance, I would be able to recover what belonged to me by reading the original published version of Holographic Matrix. After around 10 months, it was obvious that I was going to succeed in recovering my energy again. So the Judas friend that was living next to me, there was actually Cabal, moved out, and the fat paedophile moved in. I was actually on the lookout for an old white man. It is a patriarchal reign on Gaia, and old white men appear to have all the power. This one even had a military buzz cut. That's when things got really nasty. He made sure that his kitchen blinds were open in the day so that I could see through his bungalow right to his porch, where he had positioned his chair and table so that he had his back to me and sat there with his top off. Once again, I had the strip me of everything by a near naked body enforced onto me daily. It and Buzzcut shared the bungalow next to me to continue raping me of my energy with their prehistoric black magic. The life form materialization energy body kept me connected to myself. Overlays exchanging Gaia, chapter 12. The 10th dimension, the living truth plane. The 10th dimension is the dimension of living truth powered by universal life flow energy and is a conscious, living, breathing universe in its own right. It is not, however, a universe of form. Think of it as another reality, a high vibration hologram created by the 9th dimension that overlays 3rd dimensional Gaia. Holographic Matrix, published 2018. The Arcturians were showing me what has been done to the 10th dimension. There is no such thing as a high vibrational hologram. This paragraph should read like this. The 10th dimension is a dimension of living truth powered by universal life flow energy and is a conscious, living, breathing universe in its own right. It is a dimension of form. The other reality, a high vibration hologram created by the 9th dimension that overlays 3rd dimensional Gaia, is what the Matrix has created using AI to deceive humans and keep them believing in this version of ascension. The 9th dimension is half of its original size and overlays the 3rd dimension. The other half has already been turned into feces. The 10th dimension is 3/4 of its original size. Overlays 3rd dimensional Gaia. Overlays are Matrix, AI created devices that exchange Gaia. The 10th dimension. The 10th dimension, 1074 hertz. Solfeggio pure tone continued. A continuation of solfeggio pure tone from the 9th dimension would be 1074 hertz from the 10th dimension. Unfortunately, this pure tone cannot help anybody because the matrix has exchanged, using Cabal, all living beings' 10th dimension and exchanged their multidimensional energy bodies also using Cabal so that AI can create a holographic reality that living Cabal thinks is the 5th dimension. Cabal and high initiated people get to live a completely different version of Gaia compared to the rest of the planet. They see swirling colours and iridescent luminosity in even stagnant objects. The 10th dimension, 1074 hertz, universal life flow energy. Universal life flow energy is another intermediary that the Arcturians were using to help restore and heal people's own natural energy using different solfeggio pure tone energy healing music that is on my YouTube channel. Universal life flow energy was targeted by everybody that joined in on a mass attempt to sacrifice me to Satan knowingly or unknowingly for Cabal. It did not get exchanged, just me. I got exchanged and all the healing that I had done on myself went into feces. Universal life flow energy helps to heal and restore the 10th dimension and the hertz frequency in the tracks. The 10th dimension, 1074 hertz, hologram. Other reality, a high vibration hologram created by the 9th dimension that overlays 3rd dimensional Gaia, is also the matrix. I was also in this reality when I was spiked with DMT. For somebody like me that wasn't initiated into anything, it was my own 10th dimensional energy that was being exchanged with the psychopath spiking me while I was actually in my 10th dimension. I experienced 1074 hertz while I was exchanged of my 10th dimension while they got 963 hertz, false white light and lines into my 10th dimension so that Cabal could have their dopamine feces ascension just by thinking of me and exchanging me whenever they wanted. Symmetrical, unsymmetrical. The 10th dimension, the living truth plane continued. Gaia's consciousness is 10th dimensional and the 10th dimension is how the planets and stars are contained. Form ends with the 9th dimension. Holographic Matrix published 2018. Gaia, like all living beings, originated before Matrix incarceration from the 11th dimension. When I was working with the Arcturians, this was a new language that I was learning. When nearly everything incarnates into the Matrix, it is so exchanged that the memories of 11th dimensional existence is lost. In cases of some people having past life memories, they still have enough of their own natural energy to remember certain details. I could have been learning a new language. The other possibility is that the Arcturians were recovering my own energy, which was helping me to remember something that I already knew. 8 years later, I learned so much more and can expand on Holographic Matrix, which is why I'm still only through 14% of the original book. Gaia's consciousness is 11th dimensional, and the 11th dimension is how the planets and stars are exchanged into form and end up in the 9th dimension. Our 963 hertz Fibonacci is the 10th and 11th dimension in form, still symmetrical. Plants and flowers have managed to maintain symmetry because they are small and create oxygen, which cleans and generates energy. This is also my information that was stolen by the fake feces conspiracy healer that plagiarised everything I created and worked on. Ascended beings and the 11th dimension. The 10th dimension, the living truth plane continued. You can think of the 10th dimension as a higher conscious version of the 6th dimension. It differs in the fact that it is related to the living, breathing structure of the universe. It is the container for our multi-dimensional existence in other dimensions. Holographic Matrix, published 2018. The amended version. You can think of the 10th dimension as a higher dimensional version of the 6th dimension. It differs in the fact that it is related to the living, breathing structure of the galaxy. It is the container for our multi-dimensional existence in our own natural dimensions. There is a lot more information for the 10th dimension on Holographic Matrix, published 2018, than the other dimensions, because the Matrix owns the 9 dimensions and has exchanged everything so badly that it is all separated. Ascended beings are 11th dimension and beyond. Reverse karma healing, Matrix evolution ascension. It doesn't matter what the podded feces say. There is nothing energetic or spiritual about them. Any energetic or healing skills that they have are because they have energetically raped and possibly killed other living beings for energy, and have AI abilities because the Matrix has rewarded them and helped them with lays, lines, and extra Matrix and energy from all living beings. This is killing the planet. If you are willing to kill innocent animals and sacrifice people, then you are demonic. I am disgusted with the majority of flesh-eating feces harvesting half-wits that joined in with Cabal. Everybody knew that this was wrong. What was the real motivation? Money, greed, and jealousy. Somebody that can exit the Matrix and has found a solution to healing permanently is somebody that could make a lot of money. So what was the plan for some? Take it away from me by ripping it out of me. Cabal knew that that would kill me. Nobody involved can claim to care about the planet or the possibility of mass destruction. Matrix exit, 100% Buddha 1111 Hertz. Matrix exit, Holographic Matrix, Energetic Shielding, Dream Matrix, Sleep Matrix and Awake Matrix were only created by me, Abigail Pattman. There is information in these books that other people used, which was also an attack on me to discredit any information that I continue to share. To prove that I am the only person that has this information, there is another series of books coming called Matrix Evolution Ascension. Matrix Evolution Ascension can only be created by somebody that has actually exited the Matrix and isn't initiated into any energetic systems. It is highly likely that Matrix Evolution Ascension has already been plagiarised or even trademarked by these nasty, spiteful bottom feeders. I have plenty of proof that I have been using Matrix Evolution Ascension for many years, and my website, branding, design and everything within it has been copyrighted since 2014. And Metaphysical Biohacker is trademarked. Matrix Evolution Ascension is reverse karma healing and falls under the bracket of Metaphysical Biohacker. Matrix Evolution Ascension continues Holographic Matrix and will also include the information in Energetic Shielding. I'm happy to share information on the difference between Matrix Evolution Ascension compared to Feces Ascension, and more of my journey while I continue to physically ascend. There will be another 5 books coming in the series Matrix Evolution Ascension. Disclaimer: Awake Matrix and Ascend Healing. Awake Matrix and Ascend Healing. I have created holographic matrix, dream matrix, sleep matrix, awake matrix, and reverse karma healing to help people ascend karma only. Reverse karma healing only works if you're not energetically exchanging, practicing other kinds of energy work, or seeing other healers. I know that there will be other healers in the future and will be healing free of the matrix with other skills to offer. When that happens, I will be happy to tell my clients about them. I have the right to refuse anybody that was involved in energetically exchanging me, merging me, and trying to kill me for my energy and work. 1111 Hertz cannot be achieved by using outside sources of energy.